Welcome back to Summit Sunrise. As promised, I'm here with Amy Brewer, and if you happen to have some legal questions, maybe you happen to be injured on the job, this is a woman that you need to talk to. Now, first of all, Amy, tell me a little bit about what it is that you do, because I am so unfamiliar with lawyers and how it all works.
Particularly if you're injured on the job, it's a little bit different than if you're injured in a motor vehicle accident that's not related to work. If you're injured on the job, you're entitled to benefits under the Workers' Compensation Act. There's three main benefits: medical benefits to cure and relieve the effects of the injury, temporary disability benefits, which are wage replacement benefits, and permanent disability benefits, which is payment to the injured person at the end of the claim when they're healed.
Oh, okay.
Or as healed as they're going to be.
Okay. So let's say, for instance, let's say someone out there that's watching just happened to be injured on the job, and what would be the first step that you would take? What would be the right course of action?
The first step that somebody needs to take is to go to their employer and report the claim in writing as soon as possible. Be as specific as possible. Write when the injury happened, where it happened, if there were any witnesses to the injury, and then at that point in time, the employer should refer that individual to a physician.
Okay, okay. And then where do you come into play?
I come into play at different times. I offer a free consultation, and a lot of people come and take advantage of it just to learn about how the Workers' Compensation Act works, what they are entitled to. Other times I get into individuals that are hurt on the job where their claim has been denied.
Okay.
And they come and see me and find out, what can I do now? Alternatively, some people, their claim isn't denied, but they end up dealing with an adjuster that just is not very friendly.
Right.
And they want some help through some difficult problems, such as they're not getting their wage replacement benefits, or they're not getting medical benefits that they need. Things like that.
And so with your office, how does it work? If people come in, do they have to, make an appointment with someone else, or are they actually dealing with you? Like, how does that work?
Oh no, they deal with me directly.
Okay.
That's one of the things that I like about my job, is that I'm able to see people directly, help them directly. I spend a lot of time with my clients. I do know that there are a lot of larger firms that just shuttle people off from one attorney to another. That's not how I work.
And I love that about you, because I think that it's such an intimidating process. If you are going through anything like we just described, I mean, talking to lawyers, and to me, I mean, I have a lot of friends that are lawyers, and I get, kind of like intimidated talking to them. But the fact that you are really going to be there to help out with those details and get to know people, I mean, that's so special. That's so rare, I feel like.
I don't know if it's rare or not, but I just know that that's the way that I work. I really like my clients. I love helping them through their problems. I do get a lot of satisfaction out of helping people solve difficult issues with insurance carriers. Many people that are injured have catastrophic injuries, and they can't return to the type of work that they used to do. And they have all sorts of worries about, am I going to be able to meet my bills? What am I going to do in the future? And it's very nice for me to be able to help them and guide them and see them through a really difficult time.
And I know too, just from being in your office, that your office is also very dog friendly, which I think also is such an important thing up here in Summit County too.
Oh, I love dogs. I always have dogs in my commercials, or in my newspaper ad, or my online ad. I welcome people to bring their dogs in.
Which I think can be important too, because I think a lot of us know that up here, it's important to have that support system. And sometimes maybe it is your dog that is that support system.
Oh, most definitely. And more than that, I really welcome people to bring their families in as well, because it's difficult to understand the ins and outs, ups and downs in just one conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, especially of workers' compensation. And so if you have somebody there by your side to ask questions, to listen, to bounce stuff off of when you get home, it's really helpful.
Yeah, definitely. And besides workers' compensation, is that the only thing that you do, or what other topics do you cover if people might have questions, or maybe they would like to give you a call, and maybe they're interested, maybe they have something else happening?
Well, other topics that I cover are accidents in general, such as if you're injured in a motor vehicle accident that's not related to work, or a slip and fall accident, something like that.
Okay.
And non-work related accidents are handled a completely different way than work related accidents.
Okay. All right. And how long have you been up here, Amy? How long have you been at this?
Well, I've been practicing law for 19 and a half years now. I've been doing this that whole time, I mean, helping injured people. And then I've been in Summit County for 14 years.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And tell me a little bit about how you got started too, because I'm going to brag on you a little bit. I know that you were working with some of the, the best and the best in the industry. So your background is rock solid.
I actually got started, I said I've been helping injured people for 19 and a half years. I've been in workers' compensation for 19 and a half years. The first 5 years of my practice, I worked for the largest work comp defense firm down in Denver, and I worked out of their Colorado Springs office. And that was how I learned how insurance companies make their decisions, what goes into their defense practices, and so I know how they operate on the other side.
Nice, and that is good to have on your side. So if people want to get in touch with you, maybe they just have a brief question, maybe they just want to sit down and have a chat, what's the best way for them to do that?
The best way is to call the office, 970-453-4753, and make an appointment. I give a free initial consultation, and then we move on from there.
Okay, so pretty, it's a good way to get started and to not have to be all, nervous about, shelling out $1 bazillion. I mean, a free consultation, that's really nice.
And let me say one thing. I really encourage people to come in early. One of the things that's very distressing is if somebody comes in and it's too late for me to do anything for them. There are some very short deadlines in workers' compensation, and if one of those deadlines in particular, if it passes, there's very little I can do.
Okay.
So I really encourage people to take advantage of that free initial consultation early on in your claim. It doesn't mean you have to necessarily retain me, but you'll know what to expect.
Okay.
And heaven forbid something's wrong with your case, we can fix it quickly.
Nice. All right. So give Amy a call right away if you have any questions, if you've just, if maybe you've recently been injured on the job. Clearly she's very approachable and she can help you with whatever issues that you might have, at least to give you a few answers, or at least a little peace of mind too. But Amy, thanks so much for coming on this morning.
Really, thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime. Nice to have you here.
Great.
We're going to take another quick break here on Summit Sunrise, and we'll be right back with more, so don't go away.